Hi students, and welcome back to your Sustainability at Home class. Today you're in my kitchen, so please wash your hands. You can stop the video now and come right back. All right. So it has been about a week since I saw you last, and our experiment from last week, well, it's going quite well. This is our broad bean seedling that we planted. Well, it's about 5 centimeters tall and ready to be planted in the garden or in a big pot on the balcony. But let's put that to the side. Whilst I was waiting for that to grow, I was going through my cookie jar, and as you can see, it looks a bit empty. So I thought, great idea to get into the kitchen and learn about baking and making cookies a little bit, especially now that Anzac Day is coming up and some of our relatives are at home and we can't visit them. We could bake some cookies for them, right? And send them a post package. I think they would love that. Anzac biscuits. Well, what do we need for that? We have a cup of oats, a cup of desiccated coconut. We need sugar, about 3/4 of a cup. We need butter, 125 grams. So if you look at that, that's 250. If you want to do the math, you need about what? Yep, that's right, half of that. You oftentimes see little indications, 100 grams, 150 grams, 200 grams on that packet. So, but if you cut it right in half, that's the amount you need for this recipe. We need a bit of flour as well, 150 grams. If you have scales, you know, you can just use your flour, whatever you have at home. Well, but where does our flour come from? That's a question I wanted to discuss with you a little bit today. You probably remember that we used some of that seed last week to make it grow, to make it sprout. Now this is wheat, and that's a seed of a grass. And when that gets milled and sifted, it becomes flour, just like this white flour. And as we're cooking with grass seed today, here's another one. Our oats, when they're not rolled yet, they're also just like a grass seed. You probably remember from our classes that we can roll these with an oat roller. Now this one has 2 stone rolls, and if you start rolling, they squish these seeds into the good old rolled oats that you know from home. Now, if you don't have one of these rollers, any packet of rolled oats will do. Okay, let's see. So we need to combine these ingredients. We start with the dry ones, okay? They are all solids. Let's see. So we have a mixing bowl. We have 1 cup of oats freshly rolled, 1 cup of desiccated coconut. Let's put that in here. Then we need about 3/4 of a cup of sugar. So I'll try to do that pretty well. A bit more or less sugar. We'll see. Now, the butter is really interesting. This one just came out of the fridge and is rock solid. So it is a solid, but for what I want to do, I really need it a bit more in a liquid form like that. So 125 grams, and you can bring it to the stove with your parents and really slowly turn the solid into a liquid. And then you can enter your dry ingredients. So I pour that in here, make a little well in the middle. I pour that in here. Okay, I have that. What else is missing? I need a little bit of space. Put that to the side. I also need a magic ingredient that will be forming a chemical reaction in our baking. Now this is bicarb soda, and that is responsible for our Anzac biscuits to become a bit fluffy. And we need 1 teaspoon of that. I put that in. And last but not least, my personal favorite ingredient for my friends the bees. You know I keep bees at home, so I have a big bucket. I want a bit of fresh honey from my bucket as well. Okay, just open that. That goes right in. Beautiful. Okay. Really good. Now you got to mix that all together. And while we do this, we're going to check what it feels like. Okay, all the dry ingredients should come together pretty well, together with the wet ingredients. And we want something, well, it's a bit like Play-Doh for this. So if it's still a bit too crumbly, you want to add a little bit of water. I have about 60 mils of water here. You can add that gradually to see how it works. Okay. All right. That's pretty good. Now, before I forget, my flour. Okay, let's mix that in as well. Now you can use your hands if you wash them. Now this is working pretty well. They're really coming together. Smells amazing. Oats, coconut, honey, sugar. Just like a bit of Play-Doh. Yeah, I think that's what I want. Something I can play around with. Now I need to use that mixture and I need to put it on a baking tray because that needs to be baked at about 180 degrees. Now on my little tray, any tray will do, show you a little trick. That trick was passed on to me by Miss Milligan, a great teacher. A little life hack. If you have your baking paper and it doesn't really fit into the tray, you can crunch it up. When you uncrunch it, you can put it into your baking tray and it will actually fit a lot better. Now I have my mixture here. Now I need to form my cookies. What I like to do is to use 2 tablespoons. Now, fill 1 tablespoon and then I form a little bowl with that, and that goes right onto my tray. And then I can squish it down a little bit. Let's see how many we can make. They do need a bit of space on the tray because they will grow a bit while they're baked. Now your oven should be at about 180 degrees and it should be warming up right now. Now this is something you really need your parents for, so please ask them to help you with starting the oven for you at 180 degrees. Now I reckon I can put about 9 Anzac biscuits on here. I'll be real quick. You can see the texture is really a bit like Play-Doh. That's what you want for this. All right, 2 more. And 1 more. Now because you're at home and not at our school kitchen, today it is okay to have a little bit of a taster. Oh, this is absolutely amazing. Okay, needs to go to the oven now. 15 minutes. Maybe you should check after 10. how it looks like. When they start to get a bit golden brown, you want to start taking them out. Put them out on a drying rack and make them cool down. After that, you can put them either into your cookie jar or put them into a packet and send them to your grandpa and grandma. I think they would love that. Okay guys, now wash your hands, off you go. Bye.